What led you to start the WashedUp app?
Had met some people in Lisbon and I was, texting them, blah, 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 5 different forms of communication. This one girl started crying saying, I wanted to go to this so badly. And if it wasn't for you bringing everyone together, I would have been sitting at home alone.
Hello, and welcome to Situaseans podcast. I'm your host, Sean Michael Williams, aka seanydoo. You can call me Sean, seanydoo. Does not matter to me. I'm just glad that y'all are here. And I have a special guest here. My guest is the founder and CEO of a meetup app called WashedUp. Liz Bridges, thank you so much for coming on to the show.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks so much, Sean.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. Harley's glad you're here. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see Harley greeting our guest. And if you're listening to the audio version, I'm just describing it for you. Harley's wagging her tail. She's happy Liz is here. We're all happy Liz is here. And so one thing that I really I want you all to do is if you're watching, be sure to share the show, comment, like, subscribe. That helps other people find the show as well. And so for those of you listening for the first time, this is Situaseans podcast. We talk about dating, relationships, mental and emotional life experiences. And this time we are talking about life experiences because this app is based on the human experience. The information for this app and everything we got to talk about, who y'all are going to love, right, Liz?
Exactly.
Yes. So kind of to share with our listeners on who you are and what you do, kind of like let us know. So you're based in LA, but tell me about where you grew up and, how you found passion for everything that you're doing today.
Well, big questions. But I born and raised in Pasadena, and then I went to Purdue, so not far from where you were.
Yeah.
And at Purdue, I studied abroad in Thailand and Cambodia. And after I graduated, I left for 12 years, and I lived and worked in 6 different countries, traveled to about 60, had jobs that ranged from chimpanzee sanctuary. I'm a certified yoga instructor. Most recently had a hotel, bar, and restaurant in Sri Lanka, and now I'm here in tech. But it's all stemmed from human connection.
Yeah, amazing. Wow. And thank you so much for sharing like more about yourself. And, I kind of want to know too, as far as like what are some of your favorite things about like LA and just growing up in LA?
Oh, you never appreciate really LA until you get out. Mm-hmm. And my first was Indiana, where I went from LA County to Tippecanoe County. Yeah. And it was wonderful, but it was an experience, and also the constant sunshine and the people. Even traveling around the world, coming back to LA, everyone is so accepting and excited about everything, which I didn't realize how much I missed and how much I wasn't aware of it when I lived here. So definitely the people. The weather's a plus. Mm-hmm. The ocean could be warmer.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I definitely, love LA, California in general. I've always, wanted to be out here, and coming from Chicago, and now that you've kind of understand the Midwest kind of weather being in Purdue. Yeah, it's just out here. The weather's just so much better.
I know. It was funny when I moved to Indiana because everyone warned me ooh, California, you're in for it. And then when it hits winter, you prepare for the apocalypse.
Yep.
So it wasn't as bad as I was prepared for. I was prepared to go anywhere at that point because of the warnings. So it was okay, but I'm not a cold weather person. That's established.
I could just imagine you being so prepped for the weather as if you were going to Antarctica, just like the thickest winter jacket, all of it.
Pretty much. Yeah. Meanwhile, still didn't blow dry my hair, go outside, just break some off.
Exactly.
Thank God I wasn't in Chicago. It would have been a limb.
Yeah, and like, tell me more about your thoughts on Chicago, and like I know you definitely drove through and had time to like stay there for a while. What was it like?
Yeah, I love Chicago. I was there. I actually had an internship in the summer in 2013 with Nielsen. And so I lived there for the summer, and Chicago in the summer is the absolute best. I would, contrary opinion, but I'd say Chicago in the summer might even be better than LA, because Chicago in the winter, no one goes outside.
Yeah.
So everyone is prepping for those summer months. And you go to Chicago in the summer and everyone's like, let's go.
Exactly. Been cooped up for months, and it's like, yeah, we want freedom.
The energy is fabulous.
Versus LA, it's like, oh yeah, we got this. We got like 70-degree weather every day.
December was the same.
Exactly. Love that. And so, kind of like diving in. So I want to know, based off like your life experiences and just, traveling the world, doing so many different things, having so many different jobs and starting so many different businesses, what led you to start the WashedUp app?
An identity crisis. So I knew I needed to leave Sri Lanka. I'd been traveling. I had this certain identity of kind of a nomad. And at my hotel bar and restaurant in Sri Lanka, I built the bar area actually, and I had these big communal tables. And in the middle of these communal tables, I had a little sign that said, "This isn't for dating, like talk to someone new, hear their story." And when I left Sri Lanka, I went to Lisbon, and I decided to take a break from everything and just start doing things that I loved. And the idea for WashedUp kind of came up behind me. And I went to a big concert with a bunch of people, and I went on Bumble BFF. Met some people on Facebook, had met some people in Lisbon, and I was, texting them Bumble BFF. 5 different forms of communication for about 10 people. We all got together for the concert, and this one girl started crying, saying, "I wanted to go to this so badly, and if it wasn't for you bringing everyone together, I would have been sitting at home alone."
Wow.
And I was like, of course. But and then I thought how constantly I'd felt like that. And then I thought how much my whole life I just love people, and I love connecting people. So probably about a week later, I thought of the idea, because I would go to all these big meetups. I'd go on dating apps when I was bored, because I just wanted to meet people, to have a chat, not because I wanted to necessarily go on a date. Mm-hmm. But I never really did the stuff that I wanted to do with people. I'd go to these big meetups, or I'd go on a date to a place that they'd suggest. But I really wanted to just go on a walk down the river or go to a trivia night, things like that. But I didn't have company.
Yeah.
And I just thought, surely there's someone else in this big place that wants to do this too. Mm-hmm. So lucky enough in Lisbon, I was there during this big tech conference called Web Summit. And at that point, I was trying to find a co-founder, because I was like, I don't know anything about tech, but I have this wonderful idea. And I had an interesting experience with developers. It didn't work out, didn't find a co-founder. By about the 4th one, I said, screw it. Yeah. I'm going to build it myself. And because everything that we have available now, I did. And I started doing it about December 1st, and then launched. And then I decided to move back to LA during that period of time, thinking it's not going to be launched in Lisbon. LA needs this. And then I moved back, and I launched January 15th.
Wow. January 15th of this year for our listeners.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Of 2026. Wow. Amazing. And can you kind of share with our listeners, what is WashedUp? How does it function?
Of course. So WashedUp essentially is a platform that says, hey, who wants to come with me? So you post what you want to do, anything in LA, going on a dog walk, a hike to a concert, anything that you want to do. And it's groups of 3 to 8 people that can just join you. So you can also do women-only plans, male-only plans, and on the app, you only see what pertains to you. And you can filter your age range, if you only want to spend time with people that are your age, and only that demographic of people can see it. And they just come with you to get some ice cream or to the Lady Gaga concert. It ranges.
Yeah, I love that so much. And, for those like that are listening, like yours truly, I'm also on the Washed Up app. That's how I got to meet Liz and be friends with her. And like my experience on the app has been like so much fun, just like meeting new people, and the environment. I can definitely attest to that. The environment you created is something that's very unique that I've never experienced before on any like public meetup app. And so, yeah, you're changing like the world, like literally one state and region at a time. So I'm excited for like how this continues to go.
Same. I think it's getting to the point after COVID, we all wanted to go back out again, but it was kind of the, whoa, everyone was just out there. But now with technology and with apps that are meant to keep you online, I think it's grinded us down to a point. It grinded me down. I won't speak for everyone, but, with people in the community, for example, to the point where you're so frustrated now.
Yeah.
It just, what you don't, and everyone empowers going alone. I've traveled for 12 years. I do so much alone. I'll take myself to dinner. I'll do so much alone. And we glorify it, which is great. And it should be glorified. If you want to do something by yourself, do it.
Yeah.
But now how I feel, I don't want to anymore, really.
Mm-hmm.
I just love company for stuff that I really like to do. And what a beautiful way to meet people when you're just doing something that you want to do anyway.
Exactly. Because I moved out here 2 years ago from Chicago, and getting out here was the one thing I can definitely say is like, where do I find that sense of community? Where do I find like certain friends? Because I've had a couple of friends out here that I knew before, like settling down out here. But as far as like meeting new people, it's like, where do you start? It's
so hard. And that's part of the reason, there's so many reasons I did this app. I'm going to say that so many times. Part of another reason. And here's another one. But, a bunch of apps or even communities like Run Club or, even pottery, you're doing this one thing or you're put in a box with these apps that say you're like this, or even with these AI matching ones now. They're like, we're going to find, 5 to 6 people that you like. And I'm like, well, that's really hard. I like 50,000 different types of people. Depends on the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Depends on what I want to do. Because I love a margarita and then I love a hike, And the core with the app is that you should be able to find all those people. The person that, if you go to Run Club or if you go to a certain club, all those people at the club aren't going to like everything you want to do. It's like a significant other. Mm-hmm. You're going to have so many similar interests, but the probability of enjoying every single one of the same things is very low.
Yes.
Also, if you have that, very impressed. But so it's to find your people for every part of you. And I believe that it's possible.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Because like one of my frustrations, especially like trying to like find, communities, even when I was in Chicago, I was using this app called Meetup, and like, the people that I would kind of gather with on this app, it was like, okay, these are the basketball friends or just this one friend with this one group. It was never like any overlap. I would never see like, I guess, one person at, I don't know, a game night meetup group over at a hiking group, versus on your app, like, which is so different. It really makes people feel like people, you know? And because I have seen that overlap firsthand. Oh my God, like there's this person from this event that I'm seeing at this event. Oh my God, like now, like we're cool. Now we follow each other on Instagram. Now we got plans to do this. So
you like all these things too. It's so cool. No, I used to go to these big meetups too.
Yeah.
And a part of the reason I did the small groups was because a lot of the meetups are very large. I haven't really been to a meetup that is very small. Usually it's about 20 to even 200 people, depending on what you're doing. So I'd get there, and going by myself, it's always fine. But you have that little bit of, okay, you arrive, look around. This is me. You look around and try to figure out who the best person is, people are to talk to. And it gets overwhelming to do again and again and again.
Yeah.
And a part of the app as well is you can post meetups. So if you see a meetup, like you said, basketball, that you wanted to do, but maybe going into a group of people that maybe are already playing, et cetera, if you post the meetup on the app, you can just meet a couple people before you go.
Yeah.
And then when you show up with people, even if they're not going to be your best friend, even if they're not going to be your friends, but you want to do a similar activity and you show up together in a group of people, you feel more confident.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's what was missing on a lot of these other, apps out there. And so like, you're definitely doing like the good work. So I'm excited like for what's next.
Same.
And so it's like I kind of want to know, so you went from managing a chimpanzee sanctuary, did I get that right?
Yeah.
And to opening a hotel in Sri Lanka. And so you're just teaching yourself, like you also taught yourself to code and just all these cool things about you. I guess looking back, did you always, kind of like think that you were always going to be building towards becoming a founder even before you realized it?
Before I realized it is a good starting point on that. It's like, tell me you have ADHD without telling me you have ADHD. Shout out to all my neurodivergents out there. Chimpanzee sanctuary, certified yoga instructor, lodge manager, and
right, because these careers are not like just like the same like realm. These are all different.
It's not linear.
Yeah.
I think that what I was figuring out on the way, which was screaming at me, is that I don't feel capable of working for someone else. I'm a horrible employee in every single sense. And I think that was kind of my drive. I'm very, we can call it opinionated, we can call it stubborn, we can call it right. No, just kidding. No, and I think that, actually I have this hummingbird tattoo. Ooh. That's about, cross-pollination, and you keep moving while you figure things out. And as I was going and traveling and doing all these things and meeting these amazing people, I would find things that I disliked about what I was doing. I would find things that I loved about what I was doing. And so each little step, I would take the things I loved and try to find something that accentuated those things and try to leave out the ones I didn't like. And it's kind of somersaulting through life in a beautiful way. Even maybe the chimpanzees was just because I wanted to work with chimpanzees,
Yeah. It's so cool to kind of hear like just all the different qualifications that you have, like just in so many different businesses. So focusing on one is hard, but when you find the right niche for that. A big shout out to Chimfunchi Wildlife Sanctuary, which is the chimpanzee sanctuary that I worked in Zambia. They do amazing work with the chimps and have them live out their lives in a very, very beautiful, sustainable way. So amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. You're showing up for people and you're showing up for animals. Yeah. Exactly. And so, I definitely love the name Washed Up, and I'm sure like our listeners are like, Washed Up, that's pretty cool. Can you kind of share with us, how did you come up with the name? Where did that come from?
That's funny. I bet there might be some listeners that don't feel that, the pushback that I've gotten on this has been incredible, and the conversations that I've had have been unique. So Washed Up, right when I thought of the idea, my old Instagram handle, which is now just my name, I've changed it, but it was Washed Up Nomad. And when I was building my hotel in Sri Lanka, I had my YouTube channel under Washed Up Nomad. And to be honest, when I thought of the idea, one day it was just kind of a light bulb, like Washed Up, look, I already have the name. Didn't go further than that. Yeah. But what Washed Up means to me is washing up maybe on a new shore. Like you moved from Chicago. When you wash up in an area of life that maybe you didn't expect. Like you have kids, all your friends have kids, so you don't see them anymore. COVID. Yeah. Going through an identity crisis, you know? And another, like when you're surfing or when you go underwater and in the ocean and you come up and you grasp for air, you know? But you wash up and you're just kind of like, what just happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're looking around like, you know, when you see those like on Lost or something, when you're looking around like, are there other people here too?
Right, is it just me? What's going on?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it means to me. And it's a little bit self-deprecating, right? And a funny thing is, I can't prove it. I think a part of the reason, especially in LA, that the community is so beautiful. Like the people on this app, you know, when you arrive to one of these plans, you feel like you've known these people for a while. And I think a part of the reason is actually the name, because you have to relax a bit. Yeah. Because when you hear it, sometimes people are like, oh no, I'm not going to sign up for that. Like it's, you know, and some people are like, yeah, I don't really care, you know? And it's just brought some real down to earth people that just want to hang out and meet new people. And I think the name is part of the reason, a part of the reason the community is so beautiful, because there's this other aspect of LA, you know? Yeah. That's not that.
Exactly. Yeah, because there are so many, that's a really good point. There's so many identities out here, just so many people from just different walks of life. Yeah, so I definitely like your take on like the, you know, the creation of like the name behind it. So yeah, that's a really creative way to do that. I like that. Yeah. Cause like it is okay to just be yourself and not have to be so corporate and serious and this and that. It's
Don't
like
get me started on that. Right. It's like coming back into the corporate world after living in Sri Lanka for 5 years. When people say connect, I whip out a QR code in an app and I'm like, what? He's like, let's connect. I'm like, we are in person right now, right? Am I wrong?
Exactly. Yes, that's so damn true. You know, it is kind of crazy because I remember like in the early 2010s, like 2011, 2012, QR codes were exploding. Everybody was using it, and then it went dead for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. And then it just all of a sudden just came back. I'm like, what the fuck?
It still takes me 20 minutes to find it on LinkedIn. They're like, let's connect. And then I'm looked at to find the QR code. It's like, oh no. Yeah. This is going to be longer than the conversation we've already had if you're going to let me be responsible for this. Like, even though I'm in tech, I just hand my phone off to other people now.
Right. Yeah, because whenever people are like, oh yeah, can you, like example, if they're like, oh yeah, you can Venmo me, scan my Venmo QR code or scan my Instagram code to follow me, or I'm like, how do I do that?
Yeah, I didn't even know that one had a QR code. That must be new. And it was in the menus.
Yeah.
When you sit there and you're smiling, you're waiting, and then you realize there's one attached to the table, and you've been there for 30 minutes and just not known.
Exactly. Like I'm this close to just wearing a t-shirt with just a QR code. Like if you want to connect, how about like just...
It's not a bad idea. Right. That is like a universal one. We could get called to do that.
Yes.
It's not a bad idea.
Right.
It's like, or just have, you have labels like LinkedIn.
Yes.
And then that would be hilarious. Scan me to connect.
Exactly. I mean, we're already heading there in the future.
You got a Wi-Fi one on the back just in case.
I connect to Wi-Fi here. But I really love what you said earlier when you said that like a lot of like these like apps like that Silicon Valley is creating, it's like keeping people on the apps. And I do love that with your app is getting us back into the real world. I guess, where do you think a lot of these apps kind of missed a mark?
I think a lot of these apps were developed to keep us on it. That's actually the point. And that's been the huge issue with the loneliness epidemic is, now that I know too much with tech and stuff, the data points that are looked at are, daily usage and things like this and how to keep people on longer. And that's the point. And I really have tried to design this app to get people off as soon as possible. So, and another kickback on the app that I've gotten, they're like, oh, so can you accept or deny people coming in? And well, that's what the filter, like if you want to spend time with someone your age or want to spend time with someone your gender, they're the only ones that can see it and join anyway. But you can't approve or deny based on a photo or, because that's something I've really disliked. And I've met amazing people on some of these apps with these photos, et cetera. But when it comes to doing activities that you love, the point is that that person wants to do it too. It's not based on, their cat looks weird in that photo, I'm not going to let them in.
Right.
Because I've gotten a lot of questions saying, oh, you're going to put social media handles so people can see. It's like one of the people I like the most on the apps, if I looked at their Instagram, I would literally think we're not going to get along.
Right.
One of my favorite people, honestly. And I think that what I hope for humanity is that we can be open to meeting people because you're not going to know if you like someone until you meet them in person.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And if we can get enough people to be open to, saying hi, meeting new people in smaller groups, I think that that's how we can all make a difference, like as a collective, because worst case, you don't get along with them. Maybe you know someone that will, or you never have to speak to them again, or maybe they'll be your best friend, or maybe you'll date them, but I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen.
Right.
You're just going to meet a group of people and you can figure out what that means to you.
Yeah, I definitely like that because especially like with your app and like with example, if I'm going to like an event, I'll see, like what is this event about? And you can see, okay, here's like the start time and all that. But I am glad to your point that you can't get like this entire backstory or social profile on this person. Cause it would make all of us judgmental. Well, do I really want to join because this person, is like, doesn't post or they don't have an Instagram or whatever it is.
And then also, what does it do? It keeps you on your phone longer.
Yes.
Because if you were to join and I have access to all of your social stuff, first of all, big rabbit hole, would have listened to all your podcasts. So, and then what am I doing? I'm sitting on my phone when I should be going to the beach, with Sean, who I've not met.
Right.
And so I wanted it to be more immediate. You see something you like and you join it and you go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Because there is another app that's made for events. And I won't say the name. I'll say it offline. But I think you know what I'm talking about. Right, exactly. We'll talk about it later.
Leave in the comments on what you think this is.
Exactly, right? Get the listeners involved. Tell us which app you think it is. But allegedly, this app out there, anybody can get it. Is you can use the web version or like the Apple iPhone or Android version. But you can see who's attending these events. You can see their Instagram. You can go to their Instagram, find out all you need to know about this person, and then it's well, do I really want to attend this event now that I've seen this person's entire life story? Or you can see the attending guest list. I like with yours, you can see pictures, whatever, but you don't get the full backstory the way you would on this other alleged app. And I can't tell you how many times I've done that on my end, have judged and been well, these folks seem like this, so I'm not going to go.
Absolutely. And I do it, subconsciously now because we're on all these apps with all of these tools to do that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you dig?
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's what I really want to change that and not give the opportunity to. And you know, like if you do go on a group, like a hike or something, you might not like those 5 people. I don't know.
Yeah.
They might be your best friends, but it's information. And like dating, you know, it's in order to meet someone, you have to keep doing it, right?
Yeah.
And that's everything in every relationship, friendships, like anything. You have to keep, if you don't meet people, you're not going to find the community if you don't go outside. If you're staying on your phone and looking at people and prejudging them subconsciously. I do it too. I don't want to.
Right.
When I had the idea for the app, I was telling one of my now friends, and we were talking about this other app, and she was like, you know, I don't know. I would have swiped left on you. I can't figure out why. She's like, it's a little bit boho, a little bit.
No, and like like, you know what I also thought about too, like I'm not sure if like you've like experienced this or noticed this or heard from your friends on this, but people are starting to like post like their Instagram handles in their dating profiles, and the argument could be, oh well, why would you, example, so like let's say there's someone out there listening who's cynical and is like, well no, maybe people should have their Instagram profiles or whatever like posted everywhere no matter what app it is. Here's the thing. If like, how many of you out there that are listening or watching that have probably seen someone post their Instagram handle on their dating app profile or whatever it is, and you immediately swipe left because you're like, well, I don't like this person's Instagram presence, swipe left, whatever. But that person could have been like a chill person to person, but you never would have known because you just immediately judged.
Exactly. I have done that for sure.
Yeah. Same.
And you know, it is all personal choice, because there has been some instances on the app when people have sent their Instagram handles or etc. But it shouldn't be a barrier to go to the beach, you know, like just getting out there again. And yeah, I went on the dating apps for a couple times just because I wanted to hang out with people.
That's how you know that like modern society is just cooked, when it's like, we got to go to the dating apps just to find friends.
Yeah, like just to get out and have a conversation with someone new. And that's when I knew, I was like, something's got to change.
Right. And speaking of changes, there's always technological changes on the back end that's happening with the WashedUp app. So you taught yourself how to code this, and you didn't have a prior history of this. And so I guess I want to know, how long did it take you to like code from like the first day you sat down at the computer to where it is like, I guess, you know, like right before you launched it?
Yeah. So like my job history, I have somersaulted through this. Originally, when I started in December, my dream at that point was to go straight what they call a native app. And the only reason I'm explaining that is because I just learned this terminology, you know, as well. But the fastest way to do it was to do a web app. So I started with a web app, which is what I launched on January 15th. And then due to momentum, I taught myself to code the native app because I was somersaulting. So I started using new tools and then started using the right tools eventually, you know. So then I coded the native app. So it's 6 weeks to January 15th with a web app. And then I started coding the native app on February 23rd. And due to my hyper focus and already having the back end pretty much done, I was in the Apple Store March 7th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's super exciting. I'm still, you know, probably adding features that maybe don't need to be added, but gosh, it's fun.
Absolutely. But, you know, and I think that's like probably like the most fun part about it is that because this is a proprietary like software and app that you built for yourself, yeah, you get to have like you know, like fun, you know, making all these like different changes.
Oh, it's so fun. I launched the app on January 15th, not because it was pretty and ready. If you'd seen it, right, it was rough. I wanted to go to a comedy show. Yeah. And it was 4 hours before the comedy show. And I was convinced by a friend who's not in LA to go by myself. And then they were like, you also have an app for that, don't you? And I hadn't launched it yet. I was like, I do. I think I do. I don't know if it works. and I posted everywhere. No one came with me.
Oh no.
It was in 4 hours. I was pushing it anyway. But I troubleshot the app that night. And that was really cool because I changed everything after that. After having that experience. So it's been what technology has allowed. When I say us, I'm talking about ADHD, maybe me, I don't know, to do without being technical is we could build our dreams with technology. I still am having a hard time saying that I'm in tech, but I knew that the app was going to work because I had a need for it. And then immediately I saw that other people wanted it too. But someone that doesn't consider themselves technical and you have all these ideas, I'd like to say as an entrepreneur, I'm a generalist. I dabble in everything and I'm okay at it. And once it scales more, I'm not the person to do any of that,
Yeah.
But all of my ideas, first of all, I prioritize them, but I'm able to execute them instead of having, developers call me crazy. I can just do it. And that's super special that I'm really excited to see a lot of different types of people hone into as soon as it's more realized because, coming out soon, I've got a little sunrise that I'm putting on a little page and redoing it all just because I wanted a little sun.
Exactly.
You get to choose what you want without someone coming and critiquing your mind and critiquing your ideas. Like you can create it yourself now, even if you're not technical.
Yeah, because the way that like just as a user of the app, it felt like this app has been around for 10 years. Because I'm like, this is features and functions that apps that I'm using right now don't even have. How the hell? What the fuck?
Meanwhile, I never go outside.
So that's what it takes. It's just never have a life, just coding all day.
Yeah, but I mean, but when you're passionate about something too, and with hyper focus kicks in, you look at the clock, 4 a.m. You're like, should stop. Can't stop. It's great. And it's so, and as a solo founder, social app's the best thing you can do. Because whenever I've been to, 56 plans, I did make it because I needed it, but anytime you kind of get in your own head or I just go meet people and it just, that's what keeps me going is because of the relationships that have been created, that have been what I mentioned to you before, lowered expectations. I'm not going to tell you who you're going to meet. If you look on the web, if you look anywhere, it's not going to say friends. It's not going to say how you're going to distinguish the people you meet. All I can promise is that you're going to meet people.
Exactly.
And how you categorize them is your individual choice. And it's created such beautiful relationships, I think, because that's given back now instead of forced to be like, you're on a friending app, you're on a dating app, you're on a running app, you're on this app, you're just a people app.
Exactly. And I think that's what this world needed. For sure. And it's going to continue to to spread. It's all over. Like SoCal is going to continue to grow. Oh yeah. This is just amazing. And, and one thing that I do like about this app too, is that because there's no lack of users on it. It's so many people on it. And if somebody really wanted to join every event, they could get booked out until the end of next year.
I know.
It's an event for every single day in this app.
It's so fun. I had a comment from one of the women that used it from the very beginning. And she just moved here from St. Louis just in January. And, she left me a voice note. She's like, I don't know what I would have done if we hadn't met, because if I get bored or sad, I'll just go on the app and just get out there. And she doesn't post much because she doesn't want to. She just joins everybody else. But it gives you an opportunity for a social life. And like I said, it's not even, I said to you before, probably not in this conversation, but when you go out with people, with what you do, what you want to do, it gives you more confidence. So when you are at the activity, you also have an opportunity to meet other people that aren't even involved because you just feel more stable. You're not alone.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's the part that definitely, hits deep for me and so many other people. It's like, yeah, like no one wants to feel alone. The fact that this app does let people know, hey, you matter. There's a community out there for you. Like all you got to do is just, walk out that door.
Exactly. And that was another one. Another reason for the small groups, and it's not just for this before I heard too much, but when I made it during a period that I was really sad,
Yeah.
And what I found when I'd go to all these big meetups, no one cared if I went. And so a lot of the time I wouldn't go, or even afterwards I'd be a little sad. I'd never see anyone again or anything like that. So I wanted to keep these groups small and intentional. So say if we hadn't met and, there's 5 of us going on a dog walk or something and you weren't showing up, the rest of the group would look and be like, oh, has anyone talked to Sean? Even though we haven't met you.
Right.
And people will check in,
Yeah.
And, a lot of stuff could happen. Maybe you just got busy but sometimes if someone's having a bad day, they maybe not come, but at least they maybe won't come, but at least someone asked.
Exactly. And I think that's the difference here too with this app is because I've seen different plans where it's like, oh yeah, someone couldn't make it and people are like, oh my goodness, so-and-so you were missed, next time for sure. I've never seen like that checkup or a follow-up on any other app, none whatsoever.
Yeah. And that was really important to me.
Yeah.
I think because, subconsciously I wanted to be checked up on.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and what you said before, so what I do before this conversation, when you join, you have to say something to the group because it helps psychologically even to say like, I am coming,
right.
So it is a tiny written commitment and then you can exit out.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that too. I like that because it kind of holds people a little bit responsible. Like, hey guys, I'm because so many times when people join plans, it's so easy to be a lurker. I'm just joining this plan and I'll check back in the day of or day before. We'll see.
Yeah, exactly. And because there's limited space as well on these, I've been trying to not, accountability has to be there as much as can manage at the moment because it's just a baby. It's only 4 months old.
Exactly. Yeah. Because even like being at the launch party, I was like, wow, like these are like such like really, really great people here. Like I can't wait to see some of these people on the app. And sure enough, I sure did. And so it's a great community here.
Yeah, I think as soon as people, they think that the hard part is like any app like this is actually just going, to take that leap and just show up. And I've not spoken to one person that hasn't wanted to come back, Yeah. Yeah. If people join something, they've either posted something else or joined another one essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah. As soon as you meet the community, it's really hard not to because the idea we are having these big events that you've been to with more than 8 people because to spread the word because it's just a baby. And what I want these bigger events to be is to meet people to do something with them in the future. Yes. So I have the board, and you write down what you want to do and then you try to find the person that wrote that if you want to do it too. And then you can plan something to actually see people at these events again. That's the whole point. Yeah.
It's a really good way to get people to come to get engaged and get out there and meet up because it's important to not to find that community, not just be stuck at home all day.
Yeah, get engaged. That'll be the day as well. To get engaged. You show up and you will get engaged. Yeah. Promises we're not allowed to make.
Right. Situaseans podcast is not liable for it.
There are no marriage proposals that are included in these plans.
And also what I really love too is that you've hit all, like, especially like with this app, you've hit all of the different parts of STEM, because it's first off, science, like coding, math, that is technically science, and it's human behavior with the people that are on this app. That's science, technology, coding the app, the way that it functions, getting it up on this app store, like having like conversation with other people in the tech space, that. Engineering, again, coding, putting all of this together, like running the numbers on all of this, and then mathematics, again, coding, and running like understanding like your user base, how many people are using the app, like doing like the analytics on this. Like you've literally hit all the facets of like STEM with this. I guess my question that leads into this is, for other people out there that want to get into STEM, or other people that may want to work with you on this app, what are some what are the type of like talent that you would be looking for if people like, hey, I want to work with Liz, or hey, I want to start an app? How does that happen?
Passion.
Yeah.
So that's most important to me, because I think I was just speaking about this in a meeting today. There is a business difference between having a business with something you're passionate about and doing a business for money. And neither is wrong, but inherently they're different, and it's operated differently. So my biggest thing for people to work with me, it's, can you see the vision? So, right now in LA, we're starting with strangers that are meeting up, and it's not the whole vision. WashedUp is going to build towards kind of a coordination layer of real life.
Yeah.
Lost my words. A coordination layer of real life where you can communicate with the people you meet to go do something again. So the idea is that it's a vehicle to keep getting you out, And when it comes to building an app, building anything, I would say do it through passion. The reason I did it, I was fed up. I was really tired. And a lot of the community on the app already, the big feeling that I get in these plans sometimes is relief. Like, oh my gosh, I had no idea people wanted to show up, So if you know that you're passionate about something, I believe you'll figure out how to do it. I never thought I'd build this, I have to be honest. Yeah. I was trying. Something I felt I learned in my last business was, focus on your strengths and then delegate the rest. So that was what I was first operating on. But then the idea was very put down, It was, and then I said, screw it. I wanted it. So I was like, worst case scenario. Yeah. I'm sure I can find a few people and we can do something fun. But through passion, I think that, I think that if you figure out what you want to do, I've never felt I was living my purpose as much as I am now. I figured that out. It was not easy. I'm sitting here and I'm so happy with what I'm doing right now. But if you met me 6 months ago in Lisbon, I was just a ball of disaster. I was a mess. Yeah. And I took baby steps and just started doing stuff I loved by myself, mostly because I didn't have people to go with. And the idea came up behind me. Mm-hmm. And then I think with passion comes perseverance.
Yes.
And it wasn't easy to think of this idea. And the app is not my passion. My passion is people.
Yes.
And connection. And right now, the app is what I see as the best vehicle to have people connect in any way they want. But if that changes, so will the app. If it needs to be something else, the business will change for that.
Yeah.
So, now I'm a coder. Maybe in a few years, rocket ship. I don't know. I think finding that fire inside of you will fuel anyone. Yeah. And if you want to build an app for money or under other reasons, there's not a better time to start something, because everything is moving so rapidly that you can just go with the technology right now.
Right.
Which is super exciting. And you can, think about magic wand at something tech-wise, and you could probably do it right now.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting. It's crazy.
Yeah, these are definitely, like fast times. It is like in the tech space for sure.
Yeah.
And I think you're like the first tech CEO I can think of that's still engaging with like the users and like getting out there and just asking people, hey, so like, what do you like? So what do you think about this video? All right, like, what do you think about the app? Like, you're actually asking questions, which a lot of like tech CEOs don't do. They're just like, okay, well, this is how it's going to be. Screw everybody else that uses it. Like, like this is our app and doesn't matter. Like, we built this app. They should just appreciate it. Whereas you're like, no, I want this app to make everybody feel welcome.
Yeah, because I care so much.
Yeah,
I care so much. With what I was mentioning before, for me, the first thing that comes is the people. The tech is very secondary. And again, the tech is the vehicle, but I'm also one brain, and I have enough ideas to sink a ship. I really do, constantly, but they're not always good. Mm-hmm. And when I talk to people using the app, it sparks me because when you do the same thing again and again every day, and then another person comes in like, why don't you do it like this? And you're like, it's a lot faster and more efficient. I have no idea why. It's kind of like that where people that use it will see things that I just don't. And that's just people, right? People see things in different perspectives. And in order to create something for the people, you need to hear those perspectives. Yeah. I can't action all of them now, and there's certain things that I have gotten feedback on that I don't want to change because of the mission, because of the vision. But a lot of things that I've done are, I don't know the number on that, are due to feedback that I've gotten because I listen. And that's how the app will grow. And that's why I'm so excited to grow it with the people, for the people. Like, it's meant to connect people, and people connect in different ways. So I can make it the best by learning how each person does it and trying to find the best middle ground. So everyone has as many people as I can manage to have the best experience.
For sure. And I hope that those of you that are tuning in, watching, listening, that are, considering downloading the app or probably downloading it as this conversation is happening, I hope you're getting an insight as far as like how passionate Liz is about this app, because it's like, yeah, again, it could be so easy for her to never attend not one event, just code the app and go. But she's literally out here doing the work. And so I just want to say thank you for being like a CEO and a founder that actually gives a fuck.
I remember when I met you and you posted about the theater, and I was just thinking, I was like, how, and I haven't implemented this yet because, it's just not quite volume, but I was like, how amazing would it be to support people? And I remember when Sean, when you posted, and I was so excited to meet you. And that's one thing I didn't think creating this. I knew it was going to work. I knew I wanted it, but I didn't stop at all. I don't know why, and think about the people that I would meet.
Yeah.
And it's just, I've spent about 3 plans, happy crying in a corner, because it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
I've been to 56 now.
Wow.
56. It's been a lot, but I was socially exhausting myself in the first bit, but I've met the most amazing, there's not been one person that I've met that I don't like. Of course, there's been people that you're like, oh, maybe we wouldn't spend time together in another world, but we're really enjoying this activity.
Exactly.
I feel so grateful to be able to connect people. I guess.
Yeah.
And to see the effects.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I really just love like the work that you're doing here. And, I guess like, like there's something definitely really vulnerable too, like that you had said like earlier about like, hey, I want to go do this, but I don't want to do this alone. Does anybody, like want to come with? I want to know, like, what do you think people are actually afraid of in those moments? Is like rejection, judgment, admitting that they need people to go with to do things like?
I'm going to say all of the above, because I was one of them too. And especially I think when we all, after COVID, and because of technology, are subconsciously isolating ourselves.
Yes.
So when you are in that conscious or subconsciously, sometimes I consciously isolate myself. But if you are isolating yourself, putting yourself out there is tough. And that's why there are lots of different types of people. So I'll tell the second type of person after this. I would encourage anyone that feels like that to join something first, because I think that relaxes you a bit, because you're going to meet great. I mean, I'm not going to make any promises. You're going to meet people. You're going to meet people. And I think that when you're joining something new, an app or anything, that would be to lower the bar a little bit for yourself, to inch your way to posting something that can be quite vulnerable. Now, I've felt very vulnerable, and sometimes if people didn't join people, I'm very empathetic. So I'd start, feeling very bad. And I emailed saying, this maybe a month and a half ago or something, because we don't have a crazy amount of volume, if you post within, the same night or a couple days, usually it doesn't reach people very often. So I'd reach out and email and say, please don't let this discourage you, that people didn't join. It's just a volume problem. We're only 3 months old, etc. A couple of the emails I got back, it was like, oh, it's fine. I was going to go anyway. I was like, they're like, I was just wanted to see if people wanted to come. And I was like, oh, it's like I did this whole, heartfelt, because I felt so bad that no one joined them. Yeah. No, they didn't care.
But again, other CEOs of apps like that would never reach out to somebody and say, oh, don't be discouraged or whatever. Like, if the volume was low or the event wasn't to like the way you wanted, like no other CEO would ever do that. And the fact that you did, that's what separates you and puts you miles ahead of like other apps and other CEOs.
Thank you very much. We've not spent anything on ad spend. It's all been organic growth. Yeah. But I'm not scared to do paid ads, but at the same time, the community is so great that I feel very protective of it. Mm-hmm. But I can't imagine how a healthy community, it's an in real life social app essentially. And in order to create a good community, to be able to meet people in real life, like I want to do it, and I want to go to all these things. I physically can't anymore. But because not that I'm nervous that people feel as I did, but maybe a little bit. Yeah. When I was in that really low stage, and not everyone feels that way. Some people just want people to hang out with. That works too. But when I was in that really low state, putting yourself out there is really tough. And yeah. What I don't want is people to do that and then recoil in.
Right.
And because that's when I feel, I think maybe I would have done that. Yeah. And then not to try again. So while it's growing and there's not enough volume for everything to fill up, mm-hmm. and I'm trying really hard to get people to try again, because you've met people on the app, and everyone's so great. And the speech that I made at the launch party is, keep joining, keep posting, because that's how we're going to reach people.
Yes.
That's how we're going to get everyone out. Maybe your best friend's out there. Maybe your partners out, not going to say who, but to keep going, to get that volume, to get those amazing people, you have to keep going. If you're going to meet the person, you have to keep dating. If you're going to create a community, you have to keep growing it. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. And you're definitely doing like a fantabulous job at it. like keep it up. Like please, like whatever you do not ever stop working on this app.
Oh, I don't.
like it or not, like this app and you are forever.
That's what someone asked me the other day. They're like, "Well, should you sell it?" I was like, "Oh, are you kidding?" I was like, "That's like ripping my heart out." Sell it. Yeah.
And so I guess like on the other end of the spectrum, like I kind of want to know, and maybe this is a hot take, but in your opinion, do you think dating apps unintentionally damaged platonic socializing?
Unintentionally, I think, I like anything, I do think that maybe not the accessibility behind the idea at first makes complete sense.
Yeah.
But since they took off, now there's been all these spin-offs and stuff. And for me, again, I would get on dating apps just because I didn't even know who I wanted to spend time with. Yeah. Just wanted to chat, And I think it has to do with how the individual feels too, Like if you are craving connection, maybe take a second and ask what actual connection.
Yes.
Because that's what I would start getting down about is I'd go on all these dates and I didn't really, I just wanted humans. Yeah. I didn't really mind. And I think that that's what, and sometimes if you date and you're feeling that way, it can make you feel worse. So if you, if the dating apps are making you feel bad, maybe it's craving something different. Yeah. Because I think other relationships as well are very underrated. You get a significant other, again, you don't have all the same interests, but like, what if you had that museum buddy that weirdly likes the exact same like weird sculpture niche thing that you do? And then that's, that person. And people can accentuate your life in ways that you've never imagined. And maybe you'll meet a partner through doing things you love by developing other connections first.
Yeah, that's a really great way to put it. Because I know in my own experience, like after like my divorce, because I was married for 2 years, 2016 and 2018, and like the listeners here, they know about that story. Fiance cheated on me a month before the wedding. Still went through with it because we were together for so long. Couldn't forget and forgive, asked for a divorce, like in the second year of the marriage. And then completely was just, done with that. But getting on the dating apps for the first time, I was like, what is this community? Because I'd never had to do that before. And of course, like there was some times when I was like, yeah, of course I'm kind of just like, I want to just connect with people. I want to, like see what's out there, but I also want people to talk to.
I know.
So there was definitely like a point in my dating history where I was just like, I kind of just want to just date really quickly just to see what who can have a good conversation. Where is the depth?
Yeah, and I have a tattoo actually that says a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Yeah,
and I think that every relationship, significant other or not, falls in this. And as you were just saying, when you're recovering, even sometimes meeting someone someone that you might be interested in, if they're a great person and it doesn't work out, sometimes I find it's so beautiful just to be reminded that there's other people out there.
Yes.
And that little spark that the dating apps have actually helped with me. Like, obviously, you haven't ended up with it, but it's, after I was getting out of relationships, they remind you that there's other people that it could be.
Yeah, so true. Yeah, because I think I definitely discovered more about like myself and like what I wanted in a partnership versus what I didn't want. Because and again, like I had went on like 200 first dates, and I think from those experiences, like I was like, okay, I think I know like the people that I want to be like the kind of person that I want versus the person that I don't. But I did have to learn about my own self, you know, by going through all of that, you know. Yeah. And I will say that I think that they, like, at least as far as like the platonic aspect of it, I do feel like the dating apps kind of like ruined a little bit of like that magic of just like, yeah, you know, wanting to just walk up to somebody and be like, oh my God, this person's cool. I want to be like a friend with that person, but I don't know if they're going to take it as that, or they're going to think I'm just trying to like, you know, just like hit on them or vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
So the dating apps definitely kind of like changed that, because it's like, yeah, it is like, okay, well, every person that approaches or whatever, what is this person's intentions? Like the dating apps has definitely got us all on high alert. So
true that. Absolutely. And you know, it's funny. I feel when you meet people that have been dating maybe a couple years or less, you're actually surprised if they met off a dating app.
Yes, exactly.
That's what's weird. Like someone texted me the other day, and she's dating a guy now, and she was like, met him on Mother's Day with my mom. How we met was really cute. I was like, call me now. Right. What happened and where were you?
Right.
Like, you know, because you're just I was literally waiting for Bumble or Hinge.
Yeah.
And then they met in real life, and I was like, deserves a conversation.
It really does.
I know.
Because remember, like back then, it was like, oh, wait, whoa, you met online? Oh my goodness! Like how trashy.
Now
it's now
you
it's
met
like,
a person. Where did you meet them?
Exactly.
Should I go there? What time was it? Does he have friends? Do they have friends?
Exactly. And so like we have a few listener submissions that I want to get into, but before we get over to that, there is one last question that I wanted to ask that I'm sure a lot of people are asking, because Situaseans podcast, like our audience, we are like literally all across the states and all across the globe. So as far as the availability of this app, if someone were to find out about this app, I want to know where is it made available? Where are the plans for expansion? And tell us all.
Absolutely. So right now, very lovingly focused in Los Angeles. So I want to expand in Los Angeles properly, you know, get a really great, very large community. So that is definitely number one, to do it here right, because I don't want to move too soon, because again, it's just a baby and it's delicate. And I really want to accentuate Los Angeles community, because I believe it needs it and I believe it's possible. I think it will be so beautiful here. But also, I really would love to spread it as soon as I can, as soon as it feels right. Not to, you know, go too much on intuition, but absolutely. So expansion, there's not one city that would be next. So we do have an
Chicago.
Maybe.
Maybe that's my bias speaking, but
just before winter.
Right, exactly. Just before winter.
Yeah, so if you go on the website, it says outside LA, and then you can list your city. So what the plan is right now is the city with the most on the wait list, because you need to go where people are passionate about it too, because also with the nature of this app, if no one wants it to be there, it's a very lonely app. You know,
Exactly.
You're going to see my face like, who wants to go on a hike? So I want to expand where the most people want it, because that'll be nicer for everyone to meet everyone that way as well. But I definitely want to expand as quick as it possibly can, like very bootstrapped, you know, which is making it better at the moment because of the community. But I want to get this out as fast as I can across the US to start.
Right on. This is just amazing. And like I said, see, this just goes to prove and show like how passionate you are about this app. Because like, most founders would be like, okay, we got the app like open and access to the public, like in our local area. Let's just shoot this off to the rest of the world. Versus like, you're like, no. Let's like make sure like, you know, we care and nurture it here first. And like, then we're going to continue to grow it. See, like, again, You care.
Yeah. I think, and it has to
That's
work.
a t-shirt.
somewhere.
This CEO cares. That should be a t-shirt.
With a QR code.
With a QR code.
Connect with her here. Oh man, I wonder how long it's going to take us to get those.
Exactly. Like those will be coming soon, I'm sure.
I know. Talked about it too long on the podcast.
But I didn't mean to cut you off. You were saying.
No, it's if it's not working one place, how can you put energy into something else where it's, maybe if it's working really well in LA and the team grows and that way you could work on doing multiple places at a time. But I definitely don't want to move until can be more proven. It's 4 months old. And if we get enough people and it's working, then we go, maybe Chicago. We'll see. Yeah. But I want to get out as soon as I can because I know the importance of human connection. Just hit the nail on the head, right?
Exactly.
And I think that this is a very, very beautiful way to meet people.
For sure. And when, not if, when we're going to manifest this, or as my friend started saying, womanfest or will manifest, we're going to manifest this, that like when it hits the Chicago market, you're going to see Sean there at the Chicago launch party.
Heck yeah.
I mean, if I'm invited, I'm hoping.
The Chicago launch party is going to be
exactly.
lit.
I better be invited.
It's also going to be in the summer.
Exactly. Right? We won't do it in the middle of January.
We're not doing that. No, everyone's coming to LA in the middle of January. Yeah. We'll move everyone for a hot weekend.
Yes. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, can you do me a really quick favor? Can you please rate and review this podcast? Like hit that 5-star review, because I do read all the reviews because this helps me know how this podcast is helping others and how this podcast is serving you, because my job as a host is to serve you this podcast the way that you would prefer it to be. All right, so we got a few listener submissions here. So these come from the dating app Hinge. So the way that this works is every week, listeners, they'll submit to this online form on my website, and they can just submit screenshots or whatever it is that they've seen on dating apps or otherwise that's hinged, green flag, or unhinged, red flag, deal breaker. Ready to unpack a few of these?
Yes.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Okay, so this first one says, we'll get along if you appreciate kindness and think I'm hilarious and don't complain about my green text message bubbles. Oh, this person has Android. Is this hinged or unhinged?
This is asking a lot.
Yeah.
It's asking a lot. What would be what's an unhinged definition to you? Let's go. Can we go into this really quick?
Absolutely. Yeah. So if it's just like, if you saw this on a dating app yourself and you came across this on a prompt, if you're swiping left on that person or saying, nah, that's not my cup of tea because of that prompt, yeah, that's unhinged. If
Unhinged.
it's like, okay.
Yeah. But it's all the combo. The green text bubbles just give a little bow wrapper.
Same.
Doesn't it?
Sorry,
No,
Android users.
yeah.
We love you, but come on.
Would you love you? But also, something positive for those Android users out there. There was a privacy, so now it's all encrypted between iPhone and Android.
Oh.
Right. So this is recent.
So now you can send your risky texts and it's encrypted.
Exactly. So we don't hate the green bubbles as much because they're private now. But it's more about, think I'm hilarious.
Yeah.
don't complain. No.
Yeah, it is asking for a lot. It's like if you just kept it to appreciate kindness and think how hilarious, whatever. At least those two, maybe. I'll be like, still a lot, but it's like I can get behind it because it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. Who doesn't appreciate kindness? Who doesn't want to be seen as hilarious?
Maybe it's the announcement of the green text bubbles.
It's the green text bubble
that's
throwing it off of
announcement
me.
because if they didn't say anything, I don't think I wouldn't mind. But you're like, ooh, you put it in writing.
Exactly. And this kind of leads me to believe that maybe someone didn't like them because of they had green text messages.
You just did a kindness flip.
Yeah.
That's absolutely correct. Or maybe looking for another Android user.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because, you can't complain about my green text. Well, I got them too. It's an Android call. It's an Android mating call.
An Android mating call.
Maybe it's Hinge, but not for me.
Right.
I don't know. Wow. There we go.
Right.
We unpacked that.
We sure did. Hinged if you're Android, unhinged if you're iPhone. All right. This next one says, you should not go out with me if you don't have crackhead energy or a 1 terabyte stomach. For those non-tech people out there, 1 terabyte is 1,000 gigabytes.
I just know it is like most hard drives. If unless it's 2. No, unhinged.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Maybe there's just somebody that's just like wild energy and they can just eat for days.
It was probably like someone in their 20s that put that up before Coachella. Yeah. I don't know. No. It's like, I'm in my 30s. Sorry, turns out my crackhead era is over.
Right. Exactly. It's like, I just want sleep and peace.
That does not sound fun. Can you imagine? Like, you don't have crackhead energy or a 1 terabyte stomach. It's like, oh yeah, absolutely. I want to hang out.
It's like, we're just never sleeping and we're always eating.
What are we going to do? Right. Oh my God. That sounds horrible.
I agree. This is unhinged. So, worst idea I've ever had. Downloading this app, Hinge, just because I want to try this restaurant in Los Feliz. Hinged or unhinged?
But it's...
So they're just downloading this app just because they want to go try Los Feliz. It's like, if you want to get people to go to Los Feliz with you, you should have just downloaded WashedUp.
Exactly.
Problem solved.
There's a new fix for this.
Right.
There's a new fix for this problem.
It's almost like someone just knew that we were going to be doing like this type of episode.
Yeah, if it was approached in a different way, saying, because the worst idea I've ever had, or I guess because they had a bad experience. Oh maybe. No.
Yeah.
Because if that's what they did.
But like, yeah, again, it's like, why would you download a dating app just because you want to get people to go with you to something? It's like because of that, because the expectations are already going to be low downloading a dating app just for meetups or I guess social gatherings. You're going to be disappointed easily because you're going to find people that are going to be like, what the fuck? You downloaded the app just for that? Or be like,
So, okay, I have done, not the way that it's worded, but I have kind of said what I wanted. So when I first started the app, I was posting all the plans, and I was still on Bumble and Hinge, and I put in, and I forget what the prompt was that I used. Yeah. But I was, I started an app. If you post on it, I'll get you a drink or something like this. And I found the dating apps are very effective if you just say what you want. Yeah. Not in like the kinky way, like let's stay away from that. But it's like, if you want to go to Los Feliz, just be like, I want to go to dinner in Los Feliz. But what happened from my app prompt was this really nice guy, we're friends, posted on the app. And one of the first people to post that wasn't me, has an awesome improv show in Elysian Park. So much fun. I've been there a couple times now, but he's originally from Chicago.
Ah, wow. I promise it wasn't me.
And the entire improv show are people that have met from Second City.
Yeah.
So it was so much fun, but it was because I put I made an app, post on it. And his referral source was like, the founder's really pretty, so here I am, you know?
I love that.
So you do, the way that it's worded, like worst idea I've ever had, where it's like, if the prompt was something else and you're like, I want to go to this restaurant, Los Feliz, say what you want. You know, you will probably get it. Like,
I think so. Yeah.
yeah. You want someone to post on an app. You want to go, you know, say what you want to do.
Exactly. See, and exactly. Cause like, I like how you like, you know, kind of like, you know, segue to your app via via the dating apps. Cause like, yeah, that's way more fun. It's like, hey guys, if you want to like get involved or whatever, you know, like check out this app. I like how you approached it. You know, it was just like, open, honest, right there, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like you meet so many people, you know, dating like any app. If you say what you want, you'll be surprised at the response because, you know, what people will do. But yeah, the way it's worded, I don't know about that.
Exactly. This last one says, oh, wait a minute. Is that it? Wait a minute, that is it. Hang on, I have to finish the rest of the prompt for you guys. So it says, if you like good food, good vibes, and would like to get together with me, a stranger on 212, also this is way in the past, I'd love to hear from you.
Maybe they made a reservation?
Maybe.
Like far out?
This changes everything.
But I still don't like how it was started.
Same.
Because I think that I like how it states what they want, but then don't start it in a negative light.
Exactly.
The worst idea I've ever had. Oh, maybe it's a joke though. We're reading it wrong.
I mean, I feel like, you know, it is like a joke, but I think they kind of feel some type of way because like, yeah, why would you be
so hard when we're like scrutinizing it. We're like, how were they feeling when they did this?
Exactly. What was the psychology behind it? Yeah, I feel like they were just joking, but at the same time, I think they did kind of feel discouraged because maybe someone didn't meet up with them or maybe it didn't go as planned.
Downloading this app just because. Yeah, that was kind of like me when I'm like, just want someone to talk to. Like, I wonder how many I bet they got a good amount of responses though.
Exactly.
Because it's pretty easy. Like you have a date and a time. That is for me, I'll say my dream, but a lot of people's dream. Mm-hmm. I get so exhausted with dating, you know? And then if someone just asks, like, if someone asks me on a date, one of the most attractive things they can do is to just suggest a date and a time and a place.
Yes.
And it is so sexy. That's all it actually takes for a first date.
That's so true.
If someone's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to have time for this. You know, and I hate to say that because I know it sounds, you know, both ways, but like one of the sexiest things someone can do is just time, date, place. And it's worst case, you know, like maybe the person will say, can you do another day? But I'll tell you one thing, usually when that happens, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. No, because I've just made your life so easy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I can't tell you how many times, like, you know, like even just from like the people that I've gone on dates with, like, oh yeah, like thank you so much for like planning. Cause I'm a planner at heart. I just love planning. It's like, it's like a guilty pleasure of mine. But whenever I would hear that, like it used to shock me because I used to be like, wait a minute, guys or most people just don't like planning dates. No, not really. I'm like, wow. I mean, it doesn't take that much effort. It's just trying to like, you know, set something up for us, you know?
I know. It is so, because I'll do it too. You know, I'll take it on. But if that can be off my shoulders, and now I'm not in the space where I would ever be able to plan something like that. So, but if it's thrown in my face, I'll just take it. Like, you know, because it's so easy. It does feel very basic, but you know.
Yeah, just put in an effort.
Our bar is lowered.
The bar is in
the
hell.
Bar is solely sunk. Where it's like, oh my gosh. And then they planned the date. They did what?
Right. Exactly. It's literally the bare minimum just to plan a date. Plus, like, you know, women, you all have to like get ready, put on makeup, let your girls know where you're going to be, like your location just in case. Versus guys, it's like, oh, just throw on a shirt and pants and I'm there.
Yeah. I love how you added in the like live location, like serial killer check for us. Like, you know,
because it's a real fear for women, you know?
I know. I've gotten a lot of questions of safety on the app, you know, but I feel it's so much safer than going to meet someone one-on-one and, you know, to meet a group of people in a public place, you know, especially,
Yeah.
live location, especially in LA, depending on how far you drive. I read this thing the other day that's like, you know, it's love or someone likes you in LA if they cross the 405 for you.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
That is very true.
People show affection in different ways. In LA, it's like, I'll come to you.
One time I dated somebody in OC and I was like, ooh, man, I could tell that I liked that person at that time because driving to OC from here, from LA, that's a long distance relationship.
It is 100%. What time did you go? When did you go?
And this was like right after like work traffic.
No.
Yeah.
How long did it take you?
Oh goodness, how long? It was about an hour and 15.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Overall, I hope that person was able to kind of, you know, like, I guess, recover from that, I guess, Los Feliz meetup that didn't go as planned. I hope that you downloaded WashedUp.
We've gone down a rabbit hole.
Right? I think we helped solve some of their problems.
Yeah. Reading those dating screenshots, I bet everyone at home is like, oh my gosh, that one's so obvious. We're like, okay.
Exactly. Well, that was so much fun unpacking it, unpacking those prompts. Again, if you all want to be a part of the show and, like, you know, have me and a guest unpack your screenshots, your stories, whatever it is, situationspodcast.com/submit. It's an anonymous submission form. And yeah, like, definitely send all your stuff there. And Liz, thank you so much for coming on to the show.
Thank you so much, Sean. And I know that for all the listeners out there, I know that probably most of them just listen to you, but Sean has the absolute best energy. And it's such a pleasure to be here and to be invited. And this has been so much fun. Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness. You're going to make me cry. You can't make me cry like now.
As long as it's happy tears.
Right. Just all the tears. We love a good cry. I love a good cry.
Yeah. That's how I unwind.
Exactly.
Could cry at a snack. Exactly. I know what I'm doing when I get home.
Right. Exactly. Thank you so much for the kind words. And thank you so much for just being such a phenomenal person, a phenomenal friend, a phenomenal, CEO, and just creating this community that so many people are finding value in.
Thank you so much. That means the world. And I can't wait to see where it goes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify or listening to the audio version on Apple Podcasts, go to the episode description. You will see the link to download the WashedUp app and the Instagram page as well. And Liz, are there any other socials that you want to call out that you want the listeners to follow?
We're on TikTok, WashedUp LA, very new, and washedup.app you said was on there. Gosh, you think that's all?
All right.
you can connect with me on a bunch of different platforms. And if you'd like to purchase one of our future QR shirts, please just
exactly right.
QR code T-shirts.
Right. You're right. You'll find it either on their either on her website or probably on the Situaseans merch website. You'll find it somewhere. Just follow us. You'll find it. Exactly.
The rest of the connections will be on the T-shirts. Thank you.
Wonderful. And also, since this is a very special episode, are there any last words or any words of wisdom that you just want to share with anybody out there?
As I said before, people fascinate me, and I believe that we're all here for a special reason. And I think I would encourage people to try to find it if they feel they haven't. And if they have, amazing. And how I found mine was doing things I love and meeting people that inspired me. And I think finding small ways to inspire yourself and putting yourself out there more. And, you know, if that's using the app or meeting people or not, I should say, not even the app, but, you know, that's great. But I guess open yourself up to opportunities. And for me, that came with human connection and meeting people and hearing those different perspectives. And again, get fascinated.
Yeah.
I think, and be fascinated. And for me, that's humans. And I think for a lot of people, it is. But
yes, such a wholesome message. Like humans, and get fascinated, be curious, you all. And with that, like whether you're on a boat, a plane, a train, hey, maybe you could be on the app right now. You could take Situaseans podcast with you wherever you go. We're everywhere. Please like, comment, subscribe, and please download the app and like get in contact and join some of the events. If you're like, you know, if you're in LA, if you're not in LA, hey, maybe this is a good reason to just come into town and visit and get on the app and download it and come meet us in person.
Exactly. Or put your city on the wait list. Get those numbers up. We'll come into you.
Exactly. It's going to grow, and we hope to see you all as part of that growth. And with that, I'll see y'all back here for the next episode in a couple of weeks. Woo!